Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment, where the Tennessee Titans just got their ass kicked. People, I am pissed. This is the worst loss that I think we've had since the 59-0 disaster in 2009. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. This was a disaster. A 100% disaster. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm in shock right now. Watch my psychological process as I go through shock. We were talking about Super Bowls. And by the way, it's still possible. I'm not disputing that. I'm not discounting that. Tomorrow, hell, in an hour or 2 hours, I will be more rational. I will calm down. I will say, hey, it was just one game. We have a 17-game season. Hell, I'll do it in this video, at the end of this video. But right now, let me go off. Thank you, please. All right. Wow. 38-13 at home. I feel so sorry, and I will apologize because I know a lot of you people went to this game. I will apologize to every man, woman, and child that went to this game today, that paid money to see this team today that was so ill-prepared. Offensively, let's start there. Todd Downing. Okay, my boy. Well, hopefully. Okay, my friend. Look, I know you're trying to be Arthur Smith, and that's cute. You can't run play action on the fourth drive, on first down, when we haven't been able to run at all. You can't do that. You can't. Even the third possession we had was awful. At a certain point, look at your wide receivers and say, oh, that's A.J. Brown. That's nearing an all-pro wide receiver. Oh, that's Julio Jones. That is an all-pro wide receiver. You know what I should do? Let me just throw a slant to them. Let me just throw a little bubble screen without it having to be like some trickeration BS because our right tackle can't play right now. Just throw them the ball and let them work for a second. And then watch how the run game will open itself up. The problem is we have this philosophy now that we've gotten way too used to offensively, where our run game sets up our pass game, mostly. Now, there's been games where it's been the opposite. Like last year, I would say maybe 33%, a third, maybe a little bit more, where it was the opposite. But that is our rhythm, our natural flow. So Todd Downing just says, well, let me just keep running with Derrick Henry. He was a 2,000-yard runner. Let me just keep running him, and let's see what happens. No, stop it. We have Julio Jones in the building, who is not in this offense. He is not in this offense right now. We can't even throw a slant to him. 3 catches for 29 yards? That's a top 5 wide receiver we're BSing with right now. With A.J. Brown on the field. Our tight ends stink. Look, Anthony Ferguson, I like him. I know him. But the thing is, I like him, pass him occasionally, Jeff Swain, they're cool. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones. I don't know what else to tell you. What else do you need? Okay, seriously, people. Now, Chester Rogers was out there, he caught well. At a certain point, what did we get Julio Jones for? What was the point? The point was not for him to be a distraction. Hopefully. If that was the point, that was a stupid point. The point was to use him well. Matt Ryan, for all of his faults, would throw to Julio Jones consistently. Maybe too much. But he would say, you know what? Screw Mohamed Sanu, I'm throwing to that guy. He would say, screw Hayden Hurst, I'm throwing to that guy. Ryan Tannehill, I don't know if it's a progression thing or if it's a Todd Downing thing. Look, Nick Westbrook-Bikini, he had a nice catch. They're fine. Julio needs to be used. A.J. Brown needs to be used consistently. That's the point. We have a 3-headed monster, a King Ghidorah that this league has not seen. I mean, seriously, for 20 years, and we're not even using it. What is going on, dog? I was incredibly frustrated. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the field, you see DeAndre Hopkins doing his thing. Why? Because Kyler Murray, like a dumbass, but sometimes you need to be a dumbass on the football field, will run around and say, you know what? Let me just throw it to that guy, DeAndre Hopkins. And what does he do? He makes a bloody play. Now, Julio was not perfect today. I thought of the catch in the end zone. He could have had the drop. You can call it a drop. But the attempted, pass. He could have had it, sure. And then there was one on the sideline that he also could have had. But you have to get him in a rhythm. You have to get AJ Brown in the rhythm. If we're trying to be more of a passing team, we have to do what passing teams do. So turn on the tape and watch the Chiefs. And watch the Bills, who lost today. So forget about the Bills. But still, watch the teams that can actually throw it well. Because we can't. We're horrible. We can't do it. I mean, what was that? The offensive line stinks. David Quessenberry. Now, I'm not sure if it was his fault that he didn't recognize that Chandler Jones was completely unblocked on the sack that caused a fumble. But I will blame you, sir. What are you doing? Taylor Lewan, that got completely embarrassed by Chandler Jones. What are you doing? Nate Davis and Ben Jones in the middle, that got embarrassed. What are y'all doing? The entire offensive line was a disaster. A total disaster. What happened? Wow. I can't believe it. Fix it now. Unbelievable stuff. Now, defensively, I'm actually not that mad. Now, Jack Rabbit. Okay, now we're calling him Jack Rabbit. Okay, this guy, look, he has some nice tackles in terms of run defense. This guy's so inconsistent, and this is why I would rather have had Adoree Jackson. And I know we got Jack Rabbit Jenkins for a discounted price. He's inconsistent, and he's kind of a moron. He's not really a leader, whereas Adoree Jackson, as he continued to mature throughout his NFL career, I thought could have been a nice, solid foundation for our cornerback group that we do not have. Now, Christian Fulton had a couple plays today, 100%. We do not have. Now, Caleb Farley, he's coming. We do not have one person in this secondary, especially the cornerbacks, that I trust. Now, Kevin Byard, interception. Beautiful. It was needed, and you got it. A little still late to the run game at times. And I don't think he's the leader that this team needs. But he's fine. I'm going to rant on the linebackers right now. Rashaan Evans stinks. Now, you people know this. Now, let's have some recognition here. Didn't I tell y'all that Avery Williamson was average Williamson? And didn't I tell you that he did not belong to be in the league as a starting inside linebacker? Rashaan Evans is worse. He's irrelevant. Get him out. He is too slow. He can't cover. He's only viable on goal line situations, and barely even that. He can't even blitz well at all. Get him out of here. He will be out of the league in 2 years. You will never hear Rashaan Evans again. I'm telling you right now. He stinks. I mean, get David Long in there as soon as he's healthy, or get someone else. I don't care. Rashaan Evans stinks. He's irrelevant at this point. Irrelevant. That's not our middle linebacker. That's not our Stephen Tulloch. Are you out of your mind? Get him out. God. Okay. Big Jeff Simmons. He tried his best. He did well, I thought. We also had a sack from, I want to say, Harold Landry, which was fine. Bud Dupree actually played decently. But the problem is we had no athleticism in the middle. that could compete with Kyler Murray. And at a certain point, it was too little, too late with this defense. So the defense, I will hold judgment. But the offense stunk. Period. Figure it out. Now. Tomorrow. Today. Tonight. You don't go home and get dinner with your wife, your family, your kids. No. You go to the film room. You guys are having a conversation. I want Ryan Tannehill, I Father Ryan, throw it to Julio Jones tonight. This was ridiculous. This was embarrassing tonight. I mean, this was what happened. Wow. Okay, so Rand is now done. Now we reconcile. We will be okay. I think. I hope. This was a disaster, people. I mean, this was really bad. But now we have a 17-game season. The Colts aren't that good. The Jags, the Texans, we're fine. We have to figure it out, obviously. Oh my God, if we could have some damn reps in the preseason. I mean, I know we don't want anyone to get injured, but obviously we needed some damn reps in the preseason. We didn't do it, and that's fine. Let's figure it out. Now, next week is Seattle. So it might be an 0-2 start for us, but I still have plenty of faith in this team to win the division and then figure it out down the road. But this was bad. I mean, this was really bad, people. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. Am I overreacting? I know it's only one game, but wow, this was the most embarrassing Tennessee Titans game we've had since 59-0, 100%. Because like even the Jake Locker 2012 year, okay, there were bad losses there. Who cared? 2013, who cared? We were mediocre. People expected us to be mediocre, up and down, whatever. This was bad because expectations were finally on this team and we fell flat. And that's ridiculous. But I still have faith overall. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, this has been MJ, Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.